Live.
Good evening and happy Labor Day. This is the Waterhole with Rhino and Horse. Hope you guys have had a great long weekend. We're just hanging out, been full of fun time sports. Come get a drink of water because I'm sure all of you have probably consumed a few adult beverages this weekend, maybe right now. Horse, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing well. I want to make sure I can hear you. I want to make sure I can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
We're all good, man. We're all good. It's been a while. I haven't done a show in 2 weeks. Any show.
I know. We usually are going to run every 2 weeks, but we gave you a week off. Maybe you like that a little bit more. You know, you can see my chin now. Lighting's a little bit better. So how's your long weekend been, bud?
It's good. And by the way, the reason we didn't go live last Monday when we were scheduled to, I had a little toothache and it was really sore. Now, it gave me 102 fever, so that was the problem. I was miserable, and I just said, you know what? I'm not doing it.
Dude, I can't imagine doing a show with a toothache like that. I mean, dental stuff can be the absolute worst.
I had an infected tooth, so I'm on antibiotics. I feel much better now. The fever's long gone. And there we go. We're here. I see Wells in the chat. I see Margot in the chat.
Margot Wells.
Margot, it's past 10 o'clock Margot time. She is a trooper.
She is indeed. Love me some Margot. great person. Hey, Margot, you know what? Just for you. Hello.
So, are we, other than, let's see, let me talk about shows coming up. I got a DJ Hunt Horse show on Friday. That's at 7 p.m. Pacific. And that's just going to be a regular show. And Anticipate Trainwreck on Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific. All that stuff can be found at HollywoodRejects.com right there. You want to talk about anything? You got something coming up?
Yeah, you're going to see a lot more hats from me. As of our next show, I will have no hair. We have a charity event coming up. Yeah, I know. But mine's by choice, not yours. But we have a charity event coming up with Grant Napier. We're going to have a lot of really cool Sacramento kings and legends out there. And we are getting our head shaved in the middle of Monday Night Football in Wells, dude. The thing that makes it the worst for me is the fact that it's going to be when Russell Wilson returns to Seattle. So that will be next Monday. Check out my Twitter if you want to donate, even if you don't come. But really cool event. So
they're going to shave his head. And they're going to shave Grant Napier's head. All right. During the Seahawks game, I hope the Seahawks get their heads shaved too. They're gonna get their asses kicked anyway.
Oh, they're gonna be terrible.
Seahawks. Go 49ers. Oregon Ducks choked one, so I'm not too thrilled about football. Yeah, he gonna lose too. Gino got the Gino is better than Russ, says Wells. Yeah, right.
Yeah, come on, Wells. Seriously.
Okay, time for business. I think we decided, flip the coin, that I'm going first. So I've got, as you know, folks, I've got the weird ass news. And we're going to start off this week with a bizarre cemetery filled with genitalia. I cannot pronounce that word. Genitalia.
What?
Gravestones, which baffle experts. Let me get my little, there's your pictures coming. Lush green hills, idyllic scenery, and phallic headstones. This is certainly not your average graveyard. Khalid Nabi Cemetery. Now check this out. You would think, well, where this going to be? Some real progressive place, right? Is in Iran. Is one of the world's most unusual necropolises. Learn to read. With its tombs shaped like male and female genitalia.
How do you shape it as a female?
It's in the pictures. It's got the little ovaries and the thing and
okay.
With tombs shaped like male and female genitalia, which in a country as conservative as this sticks out like a sore. Well, you know. By the way, this is from the Mirror, my favorite place to get weird news. Less explicit, though, is the exact reason why the suggestive monuments have been, I love this line, erected. They didn't put that in quotes. In the first place, the exact age and meaning behind the tombs are unknown, likely due to a country's national embarrassment over the site, meaning there is little, if any, scholarship into it. Some anthropologists suggest it may be traced back to phallus-worshipping peoples from Central Asia and India. Are you watching the thing? There's your female ones right there. They're at the bottom. They got the little...
I'm
yeah. And then there's lots of dongs in that picture. Look at that. There's one dong, two dongs anyway.
What are we doing here?
In the North Iranian mountains near the border with Turkmenistan. See, blame the Turkmenistans.
The Turkmenistan.
Yeah, it's them, not the Iranians, right? The ancient graveyard is scattered around with 600 suggestive shaped graves, most of which are of phallic, as well as the small stone erections. They like the word erection in the story. The cemetery is also the site of the 4th century tomb belonging to Yemeni Christian prophet Khaled. Isn't that guy a rapper or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Which hundreds of Turkmens visit each year in a pilgrimage and leave ribbons on the shrine. Hordes of tourists with dirty minds, how do they know, flock to the government-protected site each year, however, presumably not for religious reasons. Now, here's the interesting part. In 2015, it was reported that robbers were looting the graves, with vandals helping themselves to the rude and historic stones for their own keeping. A citizen journalist for the site, Iran Wire, reported being horrified after noticing extensive damage and vandalism to the graves. According to local residents who live nearby, on days when the site is empty of tourists, certain individuals break in and vandalize the stones. There you go.
Okay. Why are tourists going to see phallic grave sites? Like, let's be real about that. Number one. Number two.
I want to go.
You want to go see if number two, are we still efforting Alvin for this show so he can hit some of those drops?
I was thinking of Kim in Sacramento.
What up, Kim?
She has, I figured she was stealing some of them for herself. Hi, Kimmy.
Because you hit way more phallic words than many times that are hit on that show. So well done, by the way.
That's
really weird. I mean, why? I would wonder how many girls are sneaking into graveyard at night. I mean, if you've got a stone there that's phallic, whatever.
Can you imagine being buried under a big dong? I mean, come on.
Would you want to be buried under a big dong?
Probably not. No, I wouldn't. Hey, the ostrich is on the screen. I told you they'd be there. They're down there. There's one over there. Anyway.
Okay. So, how did you find this store? Let's
the
talk
mirror.
about that. How did we even get there?
I go to the Mirror and they have a lot of weird news. There's a UPI, there's a Mirror, New York Post sometimes, but they haven't had anything lately. So yeah, I've got 3 stories that are weird. So there's the first one.
So is that where your next vacation's going to be?
What?
Is that your next vacation? Is that where you guys are going?
No, we're going to the Caribbean.
No. Okay.
Jim in Indiana. Horse has been buried under several huge dongs at times. Evan's wife gets buried under a big dong whenever I bang her, says Wells. God, the Wells and Evan feud is awesome.
That's great. It's great. But yeah, you like it soft, right? What was the wiener thing that you liked? What was that drop? Like something I like wiener?
Oh, do I have a wiener drop? I don't think I know what that is.
No, I'm sure you don't.
What's up, pig?
I have What's Up, Pig. Oh, maybe Hedstrom's
I like
it.
wiener.
I do not have it. Hedstrom might have it.
Well, that would be a great museum for you then. If you like wiener, then
I'm looking
go
at
check
it on
it
the
out,
screen.
man.
All right, I'm gonna get the weenies and vaginas off the screen now. Your turn, dude. You gotta top the big weenie story.
You know, I'm not really sure how I topped that one, to be honest with you. That was something else, no doubt. That you know what? Let me put it this way. Give me a ding. That's a hard one to top.
By the way, everybody, for those of you that are new to the show, this is episode 2. We do not know what we're going to talk about. So he did not know that story's coming. I don't know what he's bringing. So anyway, I'm springing this stuff on him, and he has no idea. All right, you're up. Your turn.
All right. So there was a story that was told in episode 1. Go back and listen to it if you can, or watch it on Twitch.
Are you going to talk about me crapping in the van?
Well, not you specifically crapping
There's the
in
ostriches,
the van.
by the way.
It made me start to kind of think about, awkward defecation moments, right? Because if you're driving in a van and you have to crap in a trash can and you have toilet paper over the top of your sun visor, little bit weird. All right. So we're going defecation stories, terrible stories where people were caught in just really, really difficult situations and they had to deal with it. Horse, you have to guess whether it was a guy or a girl.
All right.
Okay.
Male or female?
All right. Male or female?
Male.
Correct.
All right.
Boing. Actually, if you think it's a guy, then just hit that. Boing.
Oh, there we go.
All right. I sharded in my wedding reception.
That's a
10
man.
minutes before our first dance.
That's got to be a dude. No woman's going to say she sharded herself.
Negative.
What?
Full white dress. Can you imagine that embarrassment?
No,
I mean, everybody poops. We know this. But can you imagine the embarrassment at your wedding? Like, no. Yeah.
And you're in a white wedding dress. You better hope that's contained, or that's going to be a big stinking mess.
Well, you almost hope that it's like the ultimate equalizer and you've already dealt with it all day and it's just kind of clear or whatever you want to call it. So, okay.
All right.
Here is our next one. The laugh poop incident.
Poop.
When I say blank, that means either male or female.
All right.
When my blank and I were younger, we would take baths together. Wells, I get that's kind of normal where you're at, but whatever. One day,
he takes a bath with Evan's wife, apparently. That's what he says. One day, I'm sorry.
Blank was sitting in the bathroom while our mom made the bath. I said something funny, so funny that blank shit on the floor and began laughing so hard because of the joke that I made. Is this two sisters? A brother and a sister? What do you think?
Those are two brothers.
Correct. You got one right.
Yeah, brothers are going to do that shit. I can't imagine. I can imagine a girl saying something that her brother would laugh, but there's no way a girl is going to laugh so hard she's going to drop a deuce on the floor. Is this homeschooling Zoom? Yeah. Hey, Frankie.
If you are over like the age of 2 or 3, you should not be in the bath with your sibling. So parents out there that have boys and girls, no, not cool. So
I don't know the rules. Back in the 70s, it was up to the age of 5 or 6, actually.
All right. The poorly executed, this one might sound familiar, commute. I had explosive diarrhea when I was on my way to work. My commute was over 35 miles away.
I can empathize with this person, yes.
Turn around, head back home with a cushion full of shit.
Oh.
Which I had to sit in for the next 40 minutes.
The following program contains scenes and language.
Graphic.
I didn't mean to hit that. Yes, sorry.
No worries. So, is that a boy or a girl?
I meant to hit it after.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
So, if you're going by a pattern, it would be a female. I think it's a female. Because the guy probably is going to go to work and like try to clean it up and maybe go run and buy a pair of pants at the store. The woman's like, no, I'm done. Or I'm going into work late. I've got to get re-showered and make the, I think that's a woman.
Yeah, it actually is a man. I got it from you. I got it from your HR file. That's the second
that
story
wasn't me.
you did not tell us about.
That was not me because I had mine under control, and I didn't drive back home. I dropped one in the trash can and kept going to work. Once they opened the road 4 hours later.
But that's why you kept the trash can in the van.
What the fuck? LOL Will says.
Come on,
Wells, you missed episode 1 where I talked about. I got stuck on a Highway 26. There was a snowstorm, that April snowstorm we had, and it dumped a whole bunch of trees right over. Man, what's up, pig? She wants to hear this again.
What's up, pig?
And they dropped trees, and there was nowhere to exit. So we were stuck on 26 Sylvan Hill for 4 hours, and of course I had to go to the bathroom. So I sell toilet paper. I got some trash can liners from the back, put them in a trash can, and
Bohica, buddy.
Oh, that wasn't the right one. Took care of business while I was waiting on Highway 26. She loves that.
What's up, pig?
Margo loves it. That's a great drop. Anyway, next, or are we done?
That is it for now.
So
hit me again.
I got 1 out of 3.
Yep. You batted 33%.
The audience would have been better at. All right, good job on. We've that van pooping story has started us off and in a bad trajectory down into the Beavis and Butthead of all shows. So there we go. You can thank me, everybody. Hey, that was actually your fault. You asked me what the worst day at work was. Okay, the mirror again. Hungover woman finds herself. This one isn't that bad. She didn't crap herself. Hungover woman finds herself on Google Maps and gets compared to Ozzy Osbourne, and she does look like Ozzy Osbourne. I'll show you the pictures in a minute, folks. If you're feeling hungover after one, this is written in England, so there's a lot of weird English vernacular in here.
Yeah.
If you're feeling hungover after one too many the night before, the last thing you need is any public attention, particularly if your physical state is reflected in your rather disheveled appearance. We've all been there. I have. Feeling fragile with a sore head, wanting to curl up on the sofa with a takeaway, whatever the fuck that is, trying to keep our anxiety at bay and avoiding human interaction at all costs. But sometimes we're forced to face the struggle head on. One woman who was trying to cure her hangover with a faithful takeaway. I believe that's a getting food to go. I believe is what a takeaway.
It's
I've
not
seen the picture.
Taking something from the cemetery. Okay.
No female genitalia on this one.
Okay.
Here's I'll show you the pictures in a minute. She does look like Ozzy Osbourne. They have to blur out your faces, by the way. They Google does that when people show up in their street views. And social media users had been quick to compare her appearance to a rather unusual celebrity. After I might as well start there you go. Kind of looks like him. Anyway,
it does.
You're gonna have to look at your feed, by the way.
I'm looking at it.
After curiously browsing on Google Maps one day, the young woman who posts under the handle @XMANDAHX on TikTok stumbled across multiple photos of herself on the platform. Posting the hilarious snaps onto TikTok, she admits to being hungover when the satellite images were taken. Actually, it's a street image. And it's safe to say she wasn't prepared to be photographed, you think?
Right.
The photos show the woman wearing a lilac-covered tracksuit paired with fluffy slippers and socks, a signature outfit. Anyone battling a hangover, standing out. Let me scroll to the people's comments. But the brutal replies don't stop there. Some people have been comparing the young woman's appearance to Ozzy Osbourne. Does look like him. One commenter said that the photos were giving me Ozzy Osbourne shuffling around the house in slippers looking for his cat vibes. Another agreed. LMFAOOO. I don't know what the OOO is there. I thought you were Ozzy for a long second. There you go. Do I only have 2 stories? I do. I don't know where
So-
story number 3 went.
Okay, so
it's up
first
here.
off, the big thing about this story is what time of day was it? If it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then okay, a little bit weird, and it does look like Ozzy. There's no doubt. Second thing, what is the worst hangover you have ever had?
Oh, dude, I had one put me in the hospital. Not kidding.
Seriously.
Yeah, alcohol poisoning.
Oh, God.
Yep.
I feel like an asshole for asking that.
No, dude, I don't have to answer. Margot saying, Sharon, speaking British. I can't speak in the British accent. I have no idea. I know the Cockney. Anyway, I can't do it.
Get some
Can't do
bangers
it.
and mash.
I can't do it, Margot, but I can do this.
What's up, pig?
That is a good job.
That's a good job.
Hey.
Ooh, gee.
So, yeah, let me get out of that screen real quick. I do have an extra story. I just skipped over it. I went out of sequence. Yeah, I've been very hungover. I'm not drinking anymore, dude.
So
I'm
let me
done.
ask you, whatever that was you were drinking that night, do you drink or have you drank
Probably.
it since
Oh
that
God,
night?
I didn't learn. This was in my 20s. I
Okay.
was supposed to be at work for a meeting. The next day, so we have this. It was I was a manufacturer's rep, so we repped like Procter and Gamble, Purina, different things. They had a golf event the Thursday before our meetings where we had accounts come in and give speeches on their products so that we could go out and take care of them in the stores. And so we had a golf tournament, and the reason I'm not fired, by the way, we had a golf tournament. And we were drinking on the course. I'm fine. We get back to the clubhouse bar where we had rented it out for our little party. I'm fine. And then our CEO opens up his tab for an hour. And I went for 4 Long Island iced teas because I wanted to get my money's worth. And that pushed me so far over the edge. And my manager screamed at me the next day, if you don't come in, you're not coming in ever. And I said, I am in the hospital with an IV in my arm. I cannot make the meeting. I am sorry. And then I guess I got a call like Sunday evening and said, I need you to know to show up tomorrow. We're not going to talk about it. Don't do it again. And my thought was I could probably sue the company because he opened up his tab. And I could have said, hey, the guy let us drink as much as we want, and I got sick, ended up in the hospital, and they fired me, and I probably could have sued them. That's what I figure saved my ass.
Yeah, I think that'd be like a workers' comp claim, right?
That's something.
I mean, technically you're on the clock to a degree,
no,
but
I don't know that we're on the clock.
was it a
But
paid day off?
it was a company-sponsored event, so
Okay.
yeah. But
Yeah, dude.
she probably was told, yeah, he ain't going anywhere because it'll leave us liable. That never happened again.
So too bad there wasn't Zoom back then, right?
Oh,
because
God.
then you could have just had an IV in your arm and
Dude, I am
sitting there
so
taking the
glad
meeting, doing
that
some notes.
There was no social media when I was in my
Yeah.
teens and 20s. I am so glad, dude. There would be so much shit flying around on the internet. No, I
doubt.
got so lucky, dude.
So
I did some
every-
stupid shit.
everybody comment below. Worst hangover you've ever had. And I will tell
worst
you.
hangover,
if-
Margot. Frank.
Hello.
Wells.
Worst hangover you've ever had. And Horace, I will tell you this. Golf tournaments, there's like a drink at every single hole, man.
Oh, the
so
golf cart
why
lady.
the hell did you go Long Island iced tea at the end
Well,
of
I
it?
didn't know I didn't know much about mixing back then. I drank everything. And so, yeah, Long Island iced teas were my drink at one time. When I was in the Army, I woke up out in a field about 4 miles from the base. Don't know how I got there. Either someone picked me up and took me out there, or I walked out there. I don't know. So yeah, I've
You're
been.
looking-
That was Bacardi 151 that put me out in
Oh.
the field at 4 miles away from the base. Yeah,
Good night now.
yeah. We used to light that stuff on fire. And drink. It's just I was a knucklehead. Anyway.
They in Nevada, they sell something called Everclear.
Yeah, I've heard of Everclear.
Yeah, I don't know what the percentage is,
It's
but
high.
it's literally
it's like,
good night now.
It's like 80-something%. It's like 190 proof or 170 proof or something.
Yeah, I think it's close to that. Never tasted it.
How about you? What's your worst
tasted.
hangover, dude?
Dude, and I'm going to put myself out there, just like you put yourself out there about crapping into a trash can in your work van. When I was in college, had a group that watched the OC, and it was around our basketball teams, the male and the female. Yes, Wells, I was on the male team, not the female team. And we had rules about watching the OC, about, like what you can do during commercials. Long story short, we killed 2 handles of tequila before the show even started.
Yeah.
I woke up, let's just say incapacitated in my neighbor's apartment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I look at my phone and I've got like 12 missed calls. I was supposed to fly home to see my family that day.
Oh.
And so I missed my flight. I had to get everything rescheduled, and I was honest with my family about it. My dad, who is a pilot, he was able to get access up to the 2nd level where you can go through security. And the first thing he said is, "We're doing a shot of tequila."
Oh, shit.
That was
hair of the dog, man.
The worst, man. No, that wasn't even hair on the dog. I am so lucky that I did not puke on the bar. But ever since then, tequila, no.
Yeah.
No go.
Yeah, I've hopped around. Hold up. I'm in the wrong chat room over here. Margot said she ended up in the fetal position for 2 days. 2 days. Yeah, I've had the 2-day hangover. After drinking several shots of Jägermeister, and then in Austin, Texas, we were playing Pictionary, and whoever lost had to drink. 1990, she says. Yeah, the drinking games can get really bad.
Oh, they get bad quick. But let me ask you this. The late night munchies, when you are that drunk, does that make the hangover better or worse?
Probably better. You got to get food in your stomach. But man, you got to know what you're going to eat, because if you start going like just nasty, like what you don't want to do is like lots of sugar, like cookies and stuff, because then that makes your body have to process the sugar, and then it puts the processing the alcohol on the back burner. That's why you don't want to do alcohol with like sugary drink, Long Island iced teas and shit. You don't want to do that shit because it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, but I also think the grease makes it so. That's
what people say.
Yeah, if you have a little bit, that's not a bad thing. I think if you're hungover and you have grease in the morning, the next day, not so bad.
Eggs and bacon is always a good thing. I always find toast is better, but I hate. The spins are the worst, and I've had those. So anyway,
spins are terrible.
Anyways, whose turn is it?
I think it's my turn. Horace, what were your favorite games growing up, man? Game shows.
Risk. Oh, game shows?
Game shows.
I'm not gonna lie, man. When I was growing up and I had to take a sick day from school, of course my parents worked. I stayed home by myself. I'm not gonna lie. The king of game shows was Price is Right, and the girls on that show were so hot. Yeah. If Liz was here, she'd be like, "I don't want to hear about the hot chicks."
What the heck was that?
So you watch Price is Right for the girls and not the games?
Yeah, Holly was my favorite. It wasn't even Janice.
You know their
or,
names?
The other one.
That's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
You know their names?
That's not weird, dude. Every kid did the same thing that I did. And Holly she was the sleeper. She was brunette. You had Janice, and one of them, her last name was Parker, but I forget her first name. Janice, and then Bob Barker actually slept with the, what's her name, and she was in Price is Right nude. But Holly was the one, and then now it's Amber. So when my wife watches it, and it's in the middle of the day, like we're home on a Monday or something, she's watching it, it's always Amber now. She's the hot one now. So Janice, Margot says, who was the other one? Diane, I think. Parkinson. Diane, I think. And she's the one that slept with Bob Barker and then sued him. Holly was redhead. No, was she? Price is Right. You might be right. I think it was a real dark Holly Hallstrom. She was a redhead. Yes. Yes. You're right. You're right. How could I forget that? Yeah, she's very redhead. I gotta throw her picture up here now because everyone's like, whoa, I want to see what she looks like. Wait, where'd you go? That was too much for him. Hold up. I'm waiting for Ryan to get his ass back in there. There's Holly, the redhead. Where the hell did you go, dude?
Dude,
I'm talking about these hot women. Did you go and knock one out real quick?
No. Have you heard how hot it is here right now?
Yes,
it's
112, I believe.
Yeah, it's really hot.
Holly's on the screen, by the way.
What's that?
Holly is on the screen. That's who I lusted at when I was 11 years old.
Yeah, did they wear the name tags too?
Yes.
You were actually working on that? Okay, all right, that's what you remember.
Holly Hallstrom and Diane Parkinson and Janice. What's her name? Yeah, that was.
Put them in the spank bank, huh?
You know, when you stay home and you're throwing up, that's your relief is Holly Hallstrom. I mean, and then when they would have like a boat as a prize or a trip to Tahiti or something, they would come out and present it in their bikini. I mean, if you're 11, there was no internet, dude. I didn't have dirty magazines. I was too young. You had Price is Right.
But dude, you gotta find your dad's dirty magazines. You know your dad had them.
No, my dad did not. No, my friends' dads did. My dad did not have that. No.
Yeah, and you sniffed them out and you knew exactly where they were.
Well, the friends' knew where their dad's stash was. I remember seeing Cheryl Teagues when I was probably 9. She was in Playboy. Yeah, Cheryl Teagues. Woo. Anyway, sorry. Oh, yeah.
No worries.
I'm supposed to play this for Margot's saying. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yep.
Sorry about that. We're having rolling blackouts right now here
blackouts.
In Northern. Yeah.
You're ruining our show. Margot, do you want to take his spot because of his rolling blackout?
Yeah, I know. What the hell?
All right. It's your turn, isn't it? Oh, you asked me a question already.
Yeah, no. So I appreciate you answering that. I have a little game for you. It's one of my favorites growing up, and coincidentally,
I need sound effects for this.
Our buddy Tyler from Oshkosh ended up playing a game like this on Pull-Up, and I had no idea. So Tyler, this is not biting off you. This was planned. Hit it, horse. Family Feud.
There we go. When you talk over this, I'll drop it. Now, Family Feud did not have hot women in bikinis. It had Richard Dawson back in the 80s. And he'd make out with all the family members that were female. Not kidding. He would kiss them. Like, it's like, this is my wife and this is my daughter and my younger daughter. And he'd go down the line and make out with the wife and the daughters. It's like, damn, dude. That takes some balls.
It funny, though, how the families would embrace all the time after you made or somebody made the most obvious answer in the world. It's like, come on. It's
good answer. Or one of the stupidest ones. Yes. Good answer. Woo!
Okay, so the reason
Richard Dawson was drunk, Margot said.
Oh, really?
Probably.
That doesn't surprise me.
All right.
Is he? Never mind. I'm not going to go there. So the reason we started this show is we wanted to have some fun and just talk about random things outside of sports, but the water hole. Right?
Yeah.
Well, what's kind of the human water hole? That's the water cooler at work.
Yes.
So, horse, you have 3 strikes. There are 7 answers, and you need to get 18 points before you strike out.
All right.
And the question is, what are the most talked about subjects at the water cooler in an office? And shitting in a trash can is not one of them.
I have a question. When was this question asked? Because if it's like an old Richard Dawson question, that'll change my answers?
I do not have.
Look
the
at
date
the
for it.
answers. I mean, are they current? That's what I want to know.
Yes, they're
Okay.
current.
Okay,
Come on.
that's what
It's.
I mean,
think about the water.
President
the water
Reagan
pool.
getting shot. Well, that happened in 1980. So,
Okay,
I have to know.
Think more macro rather than micro.
No, I get it.
Think about what.
All right.
people
So,
talk
like,
about at the water pool.
what was on TV the night before? That would be one.
Ding, ding, ding. That would be number 7.
Number
Good
7.
job. You have
I mean-
1 point.
1 point?
Yep.
Shit. Well, I mean, is news too general? Like, what's happening in the news? Because that's what you talk about.
Specify news. What part of the news?
Wow. Okay. So if we're going to go there, sports is one.
Ding, ding, ding. That's the number 2 answer on the board.
Margot would be at the water cooler going, man, the Bills game last night. Did you see? We kicked their asses. The stupid Patriots. We smoked them.
And they were flying rubadongas.
Rubadongas. The Bills beat them 34-10. They couldn't get in the end zone more than one time. All right, so what
buddy.
am I? What was that?
No strikes,
Answer 3.
You have 7 points, so you're
7
doing
points.
well. You are 2 for 2 right now.
Sports. Let's see. News. I got to stick with news because you had to pin me down on that. So, news. Weather. The weather.
Dude.
It's hot. It's
stopping me
112.
right
We're having rolling blackouts.
That is the second. Or the 6th answer on the board. Excuse me. Second, yeah. So, dude, you are, well, I should say 2 points, excuse me. But that would be the number 6 answer on the board. You are 3 for 3.
What are they going to talk
else
about
you
the
got?
water cooler? Now it's always going to be like who you're dating or whatever. That's probably a strike, though. Like,
You know what?
Relationships.
Hold on, let me go to the judges. Jen! Oh. You are correct. Gossip,
Marriages.
number 3 answer on the board, combined with love life.
Love
So
life.
that earned you 5 points. Dude, you're there. Like,
I
almost
win?
without a strike.
Did I win?
Not yet.
How many
Sure.
points do I need?
You need one more correct answer.
I need
You
one
have
more.
7,
One more.
9. You have
Am I allowed to
7
get audience help?
You have 7, 9, 14 points right now.
All right.
You need one more, and it's the most obvious one. Come on. The most obvious one.
I mean, it's got to be something to do with work.
Okay.
But,
and who manages work?
Yeah. It's like talk about your boss. Yes.
Winner!
Boss. He's out to get me. I don't get paid enough. This is bullshit. Now he's got me working on Saturday. F that effing effer.
You got it, man. Okay, so the other couple ones. Love life. That would be one, which is awkward. Shouldn't talk about that at work. And
That's dating, though.
also, yeah.
I mean,
workload.
is what it is.
Workload.
Yes.
Bitching about that. But, dude, you freaking killed it, man. I'm going to call Steve Harvey for you.
And I don't even work in the office. I'm out in the field.
You get paid to crap in trash cans, dude.
It got to 112 and the rolling blackouts came and the man with the chainsaw. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay,
You're
I'm
good.
getting ready. Man, October is right around the corner. My favorite month of the
It is.
year, October.
What's your favorite season? You said that's
Fall,
your favorite month. I
autumn,
would
easy,
assume fall.
easy. It's my favorite. It's the best. I hate summer. That's the worst. So
Me
here's how I
too.
rank the seasons. You're going to have to rank them next.
All right.
Autumn, number 1. Easy. Then winter, then spring, then summer. That's how I rank the seasons. I hate summer.
Autumn. We call it fall. You call it autumn?
Autumn, fall. You say fall, and then people are like, I mean, I guess if you're specific to the season, autumn is a prettier word than fall. Fall.
It is.
It's fall.
Word,
Look, hey, everybody, it's fall.
But also, does anybody else in the chat think autumn sounds more like kind of springish or in that middle ground between winter and spring?
Spring. Spring? All right. What's your ranking of the seasons?
Fall, winter, spring, and summer.
Exact same as
like
me.
The heat. Yeah, I don't like the heat.
I don't like the heat either.
I don't do well with the heat.
Now, Margot, I guarantee she's not saying winter is second place. She hates the winter. I've seen that before.
Well, it's a different story back there, but it's really cool. Like for me on the East Coast, you get 4 distinct seasons, right? Like here in California and where you're at, it might be.
Well, I get 4 seasons here. I left California because I couldn't stand 2 seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Hot and not so hot.
I'm not complaining, but I could live in New York City or New York in a freaking heartbeat. Like I don't
know about a brutal winter. I like, dude, we get snow here and it's like 3 or 4 inches and it's gone in 2 days. It's the best. It's the big white fluffy flakes. It's not around long enough to get dirty like it does in the East and the Midwest, where you're driving around and the snow's been there for like 3 weeks and it's all dirty because they plowed it and all the black snow's. All right, we gotta get going. I've got a video. If we have time for it, I think it's hilarious.
Let's do it. Hit it.
Okay, so hold up. Where's my little board here? The mirror. Finding out your partner has been unfaithful can be very painful indeed. And many couples will feel there's no snow is. Wait, sorry. Margot says, hey. Snow is pretty for a month, not 6. I can see that. I like it because it's rare.
Unless it's yellow, right, Margaret?
Yeah, yellow snow's not pretty. Yeah. There's no going. Snow is awesome until after Christmas, and then it sucks. Forward from this point, many couples will feel there's no going forward from this point. However, one scorned woman, the mirror, by the way, this is England. One scorned woman had a very specific request in mind when pondering how exactly her cheating boyfriend could make things up to her. Having wanted a nose job, the mistreated girlfriend agreed she would stay with him as long as he paid for the surgery himself, arguing that was only fair given that he caused her to have insecurities. Unfortunately, as previously reported by the Daily Star, I got to start going there for some weird news. Her disloyal other half ended up cheating on her again, having apparently not learned his lesson the first time around. She said, I told the guy that I would continue to see him, but he would have to pay for my nose job that I really wanted because he caused me to have insecurities. Also, I didn't want my time to be wasted because what if he cheats on me again? So here's the video of her talking about it. Yes, he did not learn. Well, he had to pay for a nose job, and then he's like, yeah, I'm still going to screw around. So here we go. And this has got audio. Where is it? Hanging over Ozzy. Wait! I didn't mean to yell at everyone. Where's my nose job story? Where did I put it? Oh, it's in the TikTok side.
Your what job story?
Nose job. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
Here it is. I think.
Yep. Because I did this when I got cheated on. I told the guy that I would continue to see him, but he would have to pay for my nose job that I really wanted because he caused me to have insecurities, and also I didn't want my time to be wasted. Because what if he cheats on me again, you know? So here's proof that I actually did get one. Yeah, he ended up cheating on me again, so... Was it worth it? Yeah, it was. Some of you guys wanted to see what my nose looked like that my ex paid for, so that was my nose before. Here's another picture. And then this was my nose look like after. Yeah, I just wanted to get the side profile done. I didn't want anything crazy, you know. But to the person, not this girl, but to the person that said, it looks the same. Girl, you didn't even know what my nose looked like before. What are you talking about? I mean...
This woman. So my comments real quick, and then so she's dating someone, and her boyfriend cheats on her, and instead of being like F you, or maybe going to some marriage or some relationship counseling. Oh, my Family Feud banner's still up there. Relationship counseling to make sure it doesn't happen again. She's like, okay, fine. I'll stay with you if you give me a nose job.
Dude, she sounded proud of it.
Well, she's like, was it worth it? Yes. So she's like, she's happy that he had to pay the whatever, $7,000 or whatever. She consider it a cost of doing business, I guess.
That's exactly what it is. Do you think if he would have said, honey, if I pay for a no job, will you let me cheat on you again?
No.
I think her answer would be yes.
She probably would have said yes, had it done, and then left him right away. Like,
well, how do you explain that though? Like, she seems so giddy about it. It's not like, oh, my boyfriend cheated.
Yeah, I don't think she sounds too heartbroken. She sounds like she got over.
No.
And he got over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think to each their own.
I think she needs to learn how to find a better dude and not make it a transactional relationship.
No doubt, man.
Do you have anything else?
No.
All right, then we have time for the video.
Oh,
this
boy.
is gonna get.
There we go.
This is gonna get us in trouble. Some people are not gonna be happy. Is Wells? Are you still in the audience? Because I was thinking of you when I thought about this video. Like, the one person in the world that will hate this video, it's gonna be Wells. So I don't know if he's here or if he decided to like bail. But anyway, I had this idea about 5, 6, 7 years ago. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I didn't have really a show to have it on yet. So I'm like, what am I going to, someday I'm going to do it. So I'm like, you know what? Now I have a show. Maybe he got a boob job, so she gets a nose job. That's what Margot says. Oh, blow job. Well, she asterisked it out, so I thought it was boob job. Maybe he got a blow job, so she gets a nose job. I like it. That's
not a fair trade.
There you go.
If you're in a relationship, that's not a fair trade. I'm sorry.
Do you have your monitor ready? Because you're gonna have to watch the monitor, and we don't talk.
I got you.
Okay. So I had this idea, and this scene. So I started making this. And I was looking, yes, blow. I see it now, Mark. I figured it out. I'm not that dumb. It just took me a second. Because I'm like, why would he get a boob job? So my idea was you take a serious scene in a movie and add a laugh track. And I thought it was so original. It makes sense that it's not. So I went to look. I started doing it. I cut my piece of film that I wanted to do it to. And I started getting audio track, audience laughing. Shit like that. And the happy kids. Yeah! So I started downloading this, and all of a sudden I see one that's already done. I'm like, wait, someone's done this already. And I started clicking, and I went down this rabbit hole of where they've done it with Goodfellas and this and that. Anyway, they take serious scenes and they add laugh tracks to them. So here's the one I was going to do, but it was already done, so I stole this dude's laugh track to Titanic, the ending of Titanic. Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yes, they have a laugh track for this. Enjoy. Hold on. I got to get... there we go. Titanic with a laugh track. Here it is. There we go. I had to mute us to make it work so that the audience didn't get an echo. Anyway, they have those for like Brian's song and everything. I mean, they're actually funny. I'm not gonna lie, it's funny. Anyway,
No, it's funny when you twist that stuff around. No doubt.
yeah.
I all I could think of, it's really funny. I was thinking about rats when they were all slipping.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the only thing I could think of. But no, that's funny as long as it doesn't cross the line.
Well, and I picked
crosses the line.
even though that really happened, that's where I thought I was going to get in trouble. It's like some 99-year-old Titanic supporter is going to call me up and go, I was on the ship. I was 3 years old. It's not funny. I lost my dad. And it's like, yeah, maybe I should have picked like Aliens or something. But anyway.
No,
yes.
You're good. Rit wasn't on the ship. So
Rit wasn't on the
good.
ship.
So.
That's all I got, dude. We are 2 minutes from our 1 hour time mark, so we hit the sweet spot. Margot, do you have anything to say to us before we need to leave or take off? We gotta go to work tomorrow. What the hell is up with that?
I know. Seriously.
My thing is 3-day weekends actually seem like they go faster than a 2-day weekend. I don't know why that is.
100%. And hey, Margot, thank you so much for hanging in there and coming by the water hole, Wells, everybody else.
Yep.
Thank you
Frank.
so much. We really, Frank.
Don't forget Mark
Frankie
Moda.
boy. Outlaws and Potatoes.
Yeah, the
Go
Outlaw
check it
Potato
out.
Show. That was on Friday. He had the whole night to himself. Woodscopes and DJ Haunted Horse were nowhere to be found. So Frank had the whole Friday night to himself. I stayed at home and watched movies.
Okay, I'm gonna Hoochie Mama. I'm gonna do a shameless plug. If you don't already have it, download the Listen app. Grant Napier and I are going to be broadcasting together, co-hosting next Monday, a week from tonight, 4 p.m. Pacific. Check it out. We'll be taking live calls. Bust my balls if you want. Come in, make fun of him. But go download that. It is If You Don't Like That. And that's the name of the podcast. Go check it out. Love to have you there.
All right. I will be checking it out. So we don't have a show on the 12th. You're doing that Monday night, Shaving Your Head with Grant.
Yeah.
And our next show is scheduled, assuming I don't have a tooth infection, scheduled for Monday, September 19th. All of these shows can be found at HollywoodRejects.com. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, there is a calendar. And tells you what times and what platforms they're on, and there's all that stuff. So there you go. I'm done. Take us out.
Thank you guys so much for coming to the whole. Awesome. Can't wait to see you on the next episode 2 weeks from tonight. Have a great rest of your Labor Day. And be well, get a good drink, and we will see you soon.
And Ryan's freezing up right now, but I'm here. Later. We heard you. You were all. Anyway, we're out. Later.